And burn.
Hey everybody. So tonight I am looking to discuss Skinny Puppy's, I think this is their 6th album, and that is 1990's Too Dark Park. Now the first thing that I want to say, like first and foremost about this album, is the synths used on the track Grave Wisdom. Um, they had to be a massive influence on Aaron Funk, like the Venetian Snares. For anybody who knows who the Venetian Snares are, those synths are so reminiscent of everything that Aaron Funk does with the Venetian Snares that he had to be directly influenced by that track. Like way back in 1990 or so, he must have heard the record and been like, holy fuck, one day I'm going to start making music and I'm going to incorporate this synthesizer. Because there is no way that he wasn't influenced by the synthesizers on Grave Wisdom. And the Venetian Snares, as well as Skinny Puppy, are both from British Columbia. So again, it does sort of make sense that he would be. I don't think like they know who he is like personally any more than he knows who they are personally, but there is no way he was not influenced by the synths on Grave Wisdom. This, for the most part, I've noticed with my the couple videos I put up about like what is Skinny Puppy's favorite album, especially the short that I have up. It seems like the majority of the people that have commented, they all say that Too Dark Park. Well, that or Vivisect, but predominantly the lion's share of the comments say that their favorite album is Too Dark Park. And I get that. I love the artwork. The artwork by Jim Cummins, like, it's got this cosmic horror thing going for it. And I will also argue that it's very Clive Barker, because Clive Barker is a painter as well, in addition to being an author and a director. Now, I don't know if Cummins specifically was influenced by Barker's artwork, but whenever I see the cover of Skinny Puppy's Too Dark Park, I automatically signal out in my head to the artwork of Clive Barker as well. This is also the album where they launched their logo, like the SP that everybody knows from them. They didn't have a logo prior to this, which is crazy because they've been going since the 80s, and back then logos were ridiculously important to bands. Like, I don't care what type of music. If you were if you were operating sort of more on the fringe side of music, like, and I mean everything from industrial to punk, like Bad Religion's logo's essential, Black Flag's logo's essential, the Dead Kennedys and Skinny Puppy and the Misfits, but Puppy didn't get theirs going till 1990. And that logo, this one here, that's sort of iconic. And it's wild to think that it took them that long to debut it. Sort of like Canada's national anthem and our flag. Fuck, they didn't show up, if I'm not mistaken, until the 60s, which is really, really strange. But that's because we're not even a real country, anyways. Right? I mean, no, like, maybe we're not. We're just one giant 51st American state that has healthcare. But anyways, yeah, I mean, this record too, it seems like the guys in the band sort of created this record specifically in order to correct the path that they found them on after Rabies, which was the last record they released. It was produced by Al Jorgensen and Ministry. It seems like the guys in the band didn't love that record. They liked aspects of it, but the record just felt like they got pulled too far away from their original vision, what they were attempting to achieve with Rabies. And it seems like Jorgensen's production and his opinion and his bigness just sort of took over the album and sort of split the band somewhat on how they felt about the album. And this record, like I said, was created in order to sort of correct their path and get them back on the track they wanted to be on. And it seems like everything I've always read about this album, I remember way back, I don't know where I read this. It was so long ago, I guess it doesn't matter. I keep thinking it was Brave Words and Bloody Knuckles, but I don't remember if way back they were doing industrial or not. But I do keep thinking I read this in Brave Words. So it doesn't matter. I read somewhere that they were really put off by the production and the songwriting and the overall experience from Rabies. So they decided to sort of step up their game with this album here and make it even like the most Skinny Puppy album that they've ever made. The production's bigger. The songs are still crazy and sort of like, wow, the production's amazing, but the songs are just as abrasive, and Ogre's vocals are so Ogre at this point. And I think that they sort of pushed everything with this album over the top, again, in order to sort of correct how they felt about Rabies. Because I remember everything I read about this album way back was always focused on how much they didn't like the recording process and the writing process and the production process for Rabies. And it seems like this record was just a direct response to that. And that's all I remember is reading a ways back was how much they wanted to get away from what happened on Rabies, and this record was going to do that. And what else did I want to say? Actually, that's it. That's everything I wanted to say, and I kept it short too, so I am going to stop there. This record is absolutely amazing. Spazzy-Multic's on here, or Spasm-Multic is on here. I always say Spazzy. Spasm-Multic's on here. Grave Wisdom's on here. TFWO is on here. Tormentor is on here. This record is solid. This record is fractured and ugly, and it's memorable, and the artwork, goddamn, it's like the blue of the artwork will stay with me forever, and I do love how I always think about Clive Barker. But yeah, this record's amazing. I'm getting out of here. So like always, if you like this record or you like this review, don't forget to go and do something nice for somebody. But most importantly, never forget that the world kicks so much more ass because you are in it. I'm getting out of here. Have a good night.